Jermaine Griggs here, and I want to show you quickly how to download and use the Song Robot MIDI collection in free software. So here I am, I'm in the Digital Center, and obviously you are too if you're seeing this video. So I'm going to click over to this product. Now there's some other things on this page about a giveaway that we're doing, and it might change from the time of this video, but what you're really looking for is this green download button. Now, because this is a zip file and not a movie or video file like our other courses, you can pretty much ignore all this QuickTime stuff here. You can either directly click this download button with your left mouse button, and you'll get like this little warning because most of the time we don't want people to do that with the video files. But you could do either, or you could right click and go save link as if you're in Firefox. If you're in Internet Explorer, it'll probably say save target as, but you'll see instructions over here that are specific to your browser. Really cool like that. So I'm going to go ahead and save link as, and I'm going to put this on my desktop, and it's called MIDI, so I'm going to save it. It's only going to take a second to download because it's very, very fast and very, very lightweight program we built on purpose. Double click on it. It's going to open up the zip folder, and if you have Windows, that will automatically give you the ability to extract all files, this button right here. So you'll click that, another little window will pop up, you'll press extract, and notice now we have a folder sitting on our desktop. It's called MIDI. We just extracted it. We'll click on the MIDI file folder, and here we have all of our song files, all 44 of them. Now we can't do anything without installing our robot. So somewhere in the middle you'll see install robot. Go ahead and double click on that, and it'll ask you to continue. That's fine. And then this little program right here will appear. All you gotta do is click the next button. Go ahead and click the next button again. Keep all these, create a desktop icon, create a quick launch icon, click the next button again, really easy. Click install, and bam, you have yourself a program. Okay, now the icon looks like this. Let me close something here. Icon looks like this, okay? And you'll see this on your desktop. I'm gonna go ahead and move it over here just so you know. Has the little keys, and it says HP Song Learner. It'll appear on your desktop. If not, it will appear in your start menu. So all you gotta do is double click that. It's gonna open up the program, and all you have to do from here is click open and navigate to that same folder. Remember, I downloaded my folder to the desktop. It was under a folder called MIDI. So you want to navigate to wherever you downloaded that folder. So mine was on the desktop. It's called MIDI. I click on the MIDI files folder, and now I have all my files to choose from. I can go to Anointing, the harder version of Anointing, and I can start playing it. And there it is. You know, my volume is turned down, but here it is. Sounds good, doesn't it? Now I covered this in the video, but the program is pretty simple. Here I could go to the beginning of the track. Here I can go to the end or fast forward. I could pause. I can stop. I can control my volume here. Here under the pitch bar, I can go up 12 keys and I can go down 12 keys. So if my song is in the key of C, but I wanted to teach it to me in the key of D flat, well, C is here. D flat is a half step higher than C. So I simply go up one half step, and that'll make the song come out a half step higher. So whatever key it's in, it'll come up a half step higher. If you do it again, it'll come out 2 half steps higher, 3 half steps higher, all the way up to 12 half steps higher, or 12 half steps lower if you want it to be deeper. Now, we all know there's 12 notes on the piano, so if you go up 12, it'll basically put it in the same key, but an octave higher. So it'll sound way higher, but it'll be the same key. Likewise, if you put it negative 12, it'll be the same key, but it'll be way lower. So if I put it on negative 12 when I play this, it's going to sound really low. See? Too low for this particular song because it's, you know, it's already in a low key. So we go up 12, it'll put it really high, but same key. And then everything in between is all the other keys that you can transpose this song to. Of course, our favorite bar is the tempo. We can speed this all the way up to 150% if we just want to get to something that we really want to learn. Or we can go really, really slow, turtle speed. Now, like I said, this program, you can load any MIDI files. So you can go to sites like mididb.com. You can go, and I'll write these out, but pretty much you can go to mididb.com. You can go to freemidi.org. You go to midi.org. There's so many places that you can go. And really, all you got to do is go to Google and type in MIDI database right in Google, and a plethora of sites will come up. And so once you start downloading MIDI files, I put them in the same MIDI folder. You know, put them in the same MIDI folder that we downloaded our program in, and just start creating a MIDI collection. You know, start creating folders and categorizing them by slow songs, fast songs, this song, that song. It's not just limited to gospel music. You can download pop MIDI files, jazz MIDI files, soloing, as long as it's a MIDI file. Now, I mention that because it also accepts MP3 files and WAV files, which are audio files. See, notice down here, not only does it accept MIDI or karaoke files, WAV files, but it also accepts MIDI files. I mean, MP3 files rather, and WAV files. Now, those will not show notes up on the screen, okay? And you won't have the choice between going from color to 3D mode, which you should know the difference. 3D just presses them down. Colored lets you see red, which is my favorite, but some people like the 3D. But what you can do if you load MP3 or WAV files, which they're not data files. MIDI files, they're kind of like Microsoft Word files. They have a report inside of them, as if I typed a 100-page report. You could open it in your Microsoft Word, edit it, do stuff to it. That's what a MIDI file is. MP3s and WAV files are like if I printed out my report. Once it's printed, you can't do anything. You just can read it. Okay, so that's what MP3 and WAV files do, but we've made it so that you can remove vocals. So if you wanted to practice with your favorite album, you could remove the vocals on it, so you just hear the instruments the best it can. You can still control tempo, so if you want to practice slow with your favorite MP3 or album file, you can do that, and it can still change the key and try to make it come out in a new key by employing this new technology that we found. Okay, so that's the difference. Here's the keyboard mode. Now, if your MIDI file has 16 tracks, you can do different things to it. Like, for example, I'm going to go ahead and try to find the Star Spangled Banner song. And notice, okay, it's a little slower. Let me put it. Okay, now there's per track, there's 3 different things that you can do. You can mute the trumpets, for example, and that'll just totally mute it. Or if we want to, we can just solo the trumpets, so all we hear is the trumpets. Now what happens, it still shows you all the other notes of the track. So if you only wanted to show the notes of one track, in other words, if you only want to show the notes of the trumpets, press also. You undo the keyboard from all the other instruments, okay? And basically, it won't show anything on the keyboard if you've unchecked the K, okay? And then you can just go back and check the K for the trumpets. So in other words, this K controls what shows up on the virtual keyboard. So if you've gone out to MIDI databases and you've downloaded this really big advanced song that has over 16 instruments on it, you can still key in on a particular instrument by removing these virtual keyboard icons from all the other tracks and just showing the ones you want. If you only want to hear a particular instrument, you'll solo that instrument, and you can solo more than one as well. So if we wanted to hear just the trumpet, trombone, and tuba, we could do that. And if we wanted to only see those 3 instruments, of course, we'd press K. So that's just 3 instruments. On the other end, if we wanted to just mute an instrument, maybe we didn't want to hear the bass, or maybe we wanted to practice with a particular MIDI file without the bass, we can remove the bass by muting it. Okay, so when the M is lighted, that particular sound you won't hear. Now you'll still see it if it has the keyboard lit up, but you can simply remove the keyboard. So that's pretty much the whole program. That's what it does. It aims at helping you to learn stuff step by step, slowing it down at your own pace where you have control in all 12 keys. That's very powerful. And it's your tool forever that you can use every day, all day if you want, or just a few times log into it and see what you can learn. That's the power of the Song Robot. So thank you for watching this tutorial. This is Jermaine Griggs, and remember, if you can hear it, you can play it.